Greetings to all. In this lecture session, we will discuss Java packages. A Java package is a group of similar types of classes and interfaces and subpackages. So, it is a collection of similar types of classes, interfaces and subpackages. Basically, a package contains pre-compiled classes, interfaces, and in a package we can expect a subpackage also. In the subpackage also we will have classes and interfaces, okay, and those classes and interfaces are compiled. That means we can have only dot class files. So in every dot class file we can have bytecode. So basically that was written, that was in hexadecimal code. So that is for understanding missions. So that is the code for missions, okay. And there are two types of packages: built-in packages, those are coming along with the software installation, and user defined packages. So user defined packages has to be written by the users, okay. Whenever you require a new package, you can create your own package, and in that package so we can have pre-compiled programs and interfaces. Those programs are written by user only. So the collection of programs written by user is treated in user defined packages, okay. There are many built-in packages, such as we can regularly in regular programming we can see java.io, right, and java.lang, java.awt, javax.servlet, something like those are the packages that we can see in our regular programming, okay. So and java.io, io is a sub package in java. Java is also a package, and io is one of the sub package in java, okay. And we will see, so this is the structure. You can see that java is a main package, and under that you can have lang, util, awt. So lang package contains system.classes, string class, and util contains array list, map, and abstract window toolkit contains button. So awt stands for abstract window toolkit, okay. So java is the main package, those are the lang, util, awt are the what sub packages, and in the sub packages pre-compiled classes, okay. And you can see that the syntax for creating a package. For creating a package, we can take the support of package keyword, package name, okay. And after creation, we need to compile the package, okay. For compilation, you are having a syntax java-d directory and java file name, okay. You can see that -d is a switch that specifies the destination where to place the generated class file. So you can see that -d, after -d you can have directory, that means complete path where you need to place your dot class file that is generated after program compilation, okay. After program compilation we will have a dot class file, right. If our program was successfully compiled, then it will generate a dot class file. So that dot class file will be placed according to the user choice. So a user can place anywhere he decides. When for suppose, imagine if a user is working in directory E drive. So if he wanted to place the generated dot class file after compilation, okay, in F drive, so then he can specify F colon, okay, or in F ABC folder, F colon ABC, something like you can see here. So in the Linux -home, in the Windows drive name colon folder name, okay. Then definitely after compilation the dot class file will be available in D drive ABC folder, okay. And if you want to keep the generated dot class file in the same working directory, then you can use a dot in the place of directory. In the place of directory, you can use a dot instead of this path, the complete path. You can use dot when you want to place your dot class file in the same working directory. Okay, and then after, so accessing package from another package. See that there are three ways to access the package from outside the packages. So importing package using asterisk symbol, that means star. So when you have used the asterisk character in the import along with the package name, every file that is available in the package will be imported to your program. Okay, and the second approach to import package is with a specified class name, package dot class name. Only a particular class will be imported into your program. Then after, third one is fully qualified name. Okay, so we will see one by one. The first one is using package name dot asterisk. So if you use package dot asterisk, then all the classes and interfaces of this package will be accessible, but not sub packages. Remember that. Okay, those sub packages inside a package will not be imported even you have used asterisk character. So only classes and interfaces that are available in the main package will be imported. So if you want the sub packages classes also, you need to write one more time the import statement. Okay, and the import keyword is used to make the classes and interfaces of another package accessible to current package. Okay, and using package name dot class. If you import package dot class, then only declared class of this package will be accessible. Only declared class. Look at this. In this approach, we have a drawback, like when a package contains 100 classes and 100 interfaces. Imagine, that is for an example, imagine a package contains 100 classes and 100 interfaces. Totally there are 200 pre-compiled programs are available in a package. So among 200 programs, you require only 10 programs in your program. So then, for suppose if you have used asterisk character, what will happen? All the classes and interfaces of the package will be accessible. So all the packages, so all the package classes and interfaces will be imported into your program. Even you don't require those classes. Among 200 you require only 10, right? But 200 classes and interfaces will be imported into your program. That will increase the size of your program, and that will cause what is that, a performance degradation. That will be the performance degradation. Okay, and here that is this is a solution for that. Only required classes will be imported into your program. If you import package.class name, then only the declared class of that package will be accessible. So as I said in the previous example, among 200 only 10 classes will be imported, remaining 190 are left, right? Then after, fully qualified name. Then when we use fully qualified name, then only declared class of this package will be accessible, and there is no need to import any package because we are using fully qualified name. But you need to use fully qualified name every time when you are accessing the class or interface. So that is the drawback of this approach. Okay, every time we need to write a fully qualified name because we haven't imported a specified class or specified classes or interfaces into our program. So we need to specify each and every time the fully qualified name. So from so and so place we are getting this file. Okay, it is generally used when two packages have same class names. Java.util and Java.sql package have date class. Okay, in such cases you can specifically mention from which package you are going to get the date class. Okay, so I will shift to my programming approach. So we will see everything in a program. So I'm taking a dot java class here. For creating a package, the syntax is package and package name. So here I am taking package and new pack. New pack is my package name, and here I am saving this control S, and I think wait, I think you can see I have saved my file in G drive programs folder and a.java. Okay, and here I'm taking a class and public class A because my file name is A, so I have taken my class name is also A, and public void MSG is a method. Here I am not going to write any main method in this program because I am going to use this class in another program, so that in the another program I will write my public static void main. Okay, and I'm closing this class, closing the class. Okay, completed my class now. Now I want to open, I want to show you this PC, and I'm going to G drive. In the G drive I'm having programs folder, right? So here you can see that. So programs folder, in the programs folder I have two classes. Basically I have taken a.java, b.java. So just now you are seeing only a.java code. Now I am going to compile. So for compilation, cmd, command prompt was opened. Here I need to go to G drive, right? G colon. What happened? So G drive, and in the G drive programs folder, cd, and here compilation is different while compared to normal Java programs, right? So the compilation java c -d, I wanted to generate my dot class file in the same working directory, so that I am using dot. Okay, and then after file name is a.java, then definitely after hitting enter button, so this will generate a folder here. So that folder is the package. Okay, enter. So right here you can see now, so it was given a new pack, and in the new pack you will have only dot class file. Basically a package contains classes and interfaces, right? So only classes and interfaces after compilation is available in the package. Okay, so compilation was done. Now I am writing another program. So I need to use this message MSG method in this b.java. So b.java contains nothing, right? I'm going to write a program right now. Package my pack is another folder. So another folder or another package. So in that I'm writing class B and public static void main, and here I'm going to create an object for class A, an object for class A. Okay, because and new A obj.msg, and close the method, close the class. So here if you run this program you will get an error. So how to remove that error is, you need to import the class class A that is used in your class B. Okay, how to import? You can just use in any of the three approaches. So I'm using approach number one. So approach number one is using asterisk character, right? Import uh, new pack is the package, right? New pack is the package. You can see that. So new pack is the package. In this new pack, you have A. So I will write it here. Import new pack dot star. What star indicates? Star indicates every class and interface. Will be imported into your class B. Every class and interface available in new package will be imported into class B. Okay, class B. Okay, so now the errors will be rectified because class A will be imported into A. Class A will be imported into class B. Okay, and another second approach is you can use instead of star you can use class name. Class name is A, right? Class name available in a new pack is A. And the third approach is, it is very interesting. Okay, the third approach is you need to mention each and every time package name new pack dot A and new pack dot A. Wherever, whenever, in how many times you need A, class A, then you need to specify new pack dot A, new pack dot A every time. I hope you understood well, and if you have any doubts, you can comment below. Then I will reply as soon as possible. Thank you.